A little bit of everything, all of the time. Apathy.
Hi, and welcome to A Little Bit of Everything. Today, we're customizing a doll. Doll customization is basically taking a toy like this and turning it into art. So, here I've got the Monster High doll, which is a common choice when customizing dolls. So what you can do with the doll is you can replace the hair, make new clothes, and repaint the face. Also, you can do modifications like wings and crazy stuff, like whatever you want. And if you know anything about this hobby, you probably recognize this.
Annyeong! Welcome to Delightful!
Delightful and many other creators, such as Etalan, who was shown in the last clip, have been a big inspiration for me. And so, I wanted to try my hands on it. So let's get started. So this is my design and what I've come up with. It's like a goat character with the horns and pupils here. Yeah, and it's like some sort of mythical being with like clothes that are like used and worn, and a cape and stuff like this. So what have I done thus far? So I started by taking out the hair, and then I made horns out of wire and wrapped like paper mache around them to make these horns, and I painted them as well. And then I painted the body with just acrylic paint and put a sealant on top. And then I also blushed the joints. And also, so here you can see the horn, by the way. This camera is... You can kind of tell that it's made out of wire here. And then I'll glue this back on. Yeah. That's it. Alrighty, so I guess this is where the voiceover starts. I'm actually filming this with a very old camera from my mom, and you can tell by the quality. Yeah, it's actually hanging from my ceiling. That's why you see it moving, the frame. But anyways, this is me showing me blushing the doll. So I just shaved off a bit of like from the tip of a pen or a pencil. That's like it's like a watercolor pencil. So it has a lot of pigment, and I read that this was what people use to blush or color the dolls. So I tried dry and it didn't work. Here I am trying with water. It just laid on top of the surface. I guess it kind of worked. You cannot tell by the quality of this camera. I'm so sorry. And the lighting. I'm very new to this. Anyway, I then tried to rub it in with my finger. That somehow worked. So I guess try that. Yeah. And here I'm just showing that you can use an eraser to erase your mistakes. Now I'm starting the actual face up. So as you can see, I already did the brows, and I've also done on the lips and a bit on the eyes, just an outline. And excuse this shitty quality, but yeah, it's bad. But you kinda can tell that I'm sketching, just with the same pencil as before, just a dark brown. Alltså man ser fan inte så jävla skit alltså. Yeah, I'm complaining about the camera. And somehow this is late in the evening, so I had a lamp. But I hope you can see a bit better, actually. Wait, yeah. Okay, now I'm going in with acrylic paint. So this is where you can actually start noticing the face. So a normal Monster High doll has a vinyl head that's squishy, but this doll did not. And yeah, I think it's quite much harder to work with because it doesn't like work with you, if that makes sense. So I think that made it a bit harder to work with the pencils, watercolor pencils. So instead I stuck with the acrylic paint for the majority of the face up here. I needed to do a couple of coats to get it to be opaque. Okay, now I've sped it up. The camera just rocking back and forth. Oh, I'm doing the lips. So just a dark brown, I think. That's like lines in the corners of the mouth and the inside of the mouth. And then I'm taking, I think, some purplish red as the lip color, and I think I actually used the watercolor pencil for that, and I made a gradient, so yeah, it's like darker, more inside the mouth. And then I also did some lines with the dark brown acrylic paint, just like creases in the lip to make it more realistic. You cannot tell either of these things, but that's what I did. Here I have a reference picture also. Yeah, it's for the eyes. Okay, I stuck with green eyes because green is earthy and I like green. So I just made the iris. And then you're gonna see in a minute. Yeah, here we go. I do a darker color up top and a lighter color on the bottom of the iris. So there's a gradient there. Now I'm doing the eyeliner, to make it, yeah, look like lashes, I guess. And I made a little wing. I hope you can see it soon. No? Okay. Yeah, there. If you caught a glimpse of it. Yeah. This was quite finicky. I had to go over it and erase it, but I enjoyed these things when you make like a clean line over a messy bit. Oh, there we go with the pupils that are just a line, I guess, because it's a goat. And they have pupils like that. I think I should have probably made the irises a bit lighter, just to make the pupil appear more. It's still nice. Oh, I'm doing the bottom lashes now, just with acrylic paint again, a dark brown. Yeah, I'm not using black here at all, because the dark brown acts as the black, if you know what I mean, and it's just a more subtle black, and it fits the vibe more. I think this is when I make the freckles. No, okay, never mind. I'm making strokes of hairs in the brows with a lighter brown. And here are the highlights. It's just a white acrylic paint on the nose, lips, and eventually the eyes. No? Okay. I'm taking some lighter skin tone and doing the inner, I guess, like the eyelids or the inner, I don't know. I looked at the reference picture and mimicked that, but the inner corners of the eyes, yeah. And also, yeah, okay, wait. Oh, you cannot see. But I did underneath the eyes as well, and then I did a line. I made a dark brown line underneath the eyes. Yeah. Okay, here we go with the freckles. So it's just a beige, I guess. And I dabbed it on with a dry brush that was like, kind of, yeah. And I just dabbed all over the face, I guess. Okay, and I did the whites in the eyes as well. You can probably tell. And yeah, now I'm doing baby hairs. And I love that. I love that look. So I had to do it. I don't know who runs around in the forest with laid edges, but this little fella does. And yeah, I think it's super cute. Okay, here's the finished face. For a first time, I think it's pretty damn good, I must say. I enjoyed the process. It had no face mold also. It was very hard to know where to place stuff, I guess. But I figured it out. If you do it wonky, you cannot really... You can just hide it with hair or something. Here I'm painting the scalp to match the hair that will come sooner. Okay, time for hair. Boom. Here's the doll on a stand. And yeah. These are the supplies you need for the hair. It's just yarn. Just a bunch of yarn. Here's the color scheme I'm going with. So like a beige yarn, green, multicolor, dark green, and this beige one, which I will unravel, and I'll show you later how to do it. This is what it looks like, unraveled. And here are some beads as well. So what I did is I took some hot glue and I stuck it on there. I started from the bottom and worked my way up. So what I'm doing is also taking the yarn and folding it in two, so it's like 2 times as fast, I guess, because you do 2 strands at a time. But I glue it, where the fold is. This is what it looks like, kind of halfway done. You don't have to do anything yet to cover the glue. It just covers itself. But here is the unraveling. I just it unravels into 3 strands. I'm also watching Adventure Time in the background there. Yes, very good. So unraveled, it's curly, and I like that, so I went with that. Okay, a bit slower for you to see what I'm doing, but now I'm doing the part. So glue on the thing, the strand, folded, and then what I did was I folded it over itself like that, pushed it down a bit, so this makes it so that you cannot really see the glue as much because it hides itself. So let's speed it up and see me do I also did the part a bit crooked, but you cannot really tell. So yeah, as you can see, I have it folded, or I glue it on one way and fold it the other. And this is like in the corner there with the horn. I also did the same thing, and also the front pieces. So like that, and then in the middle there, in the hole, I fill it up just as before, and this is the final look. I love it. I actually do. It's a lot of hair, but I like it. It's a mix of everything. And the beads, I didn't really show the beads in the hair, but there are beads in the hair. Okay, now it's time for clothes. Exciting. It's color scheme, yeah, some fabric, cool. Now I'm making this bit of the costume. I cut strands of cloth here. So, okay, to the left you see my drawing. It's the top, I guess. So I want it to be like wrapped fabric. I don't know, like bandage, you say that? Yeah. And I'm just using a glue stick and gluing it on. It also covers the mess that was underneath. There was a bunch of holes underneath for some. Yeah, it was a Frankie doll before. I guess I did the hands as well, so it's just wrapped. Yeah, cool. Now for the skirt, I didn't show the process of me sewing it. I'm sorry. But this is just how I want it to look. Like you can see both of the layers. I made it. You can look up how to sew a skirt, I guess. This is me distressing it though. I cut some holes and got a bit violent there. And tore it a bit so that it would fit the vibe, you know. Okay, from the back there's a flap of fabric there. Very nice. No. Okay, here are the shoes. It's a piece of like felt fabric, and then some just a green fabric, and I'm like gluing on the strips which I'll later fold on the foot, if that makes sense. You'll tell in a minute, or you'll see in a minute. So I'm gluing the pieces. I'm sorry for filming this so bad. Okay, here we go. This is on the foot, and I'm folding the pieces over themselves to make the shoe. Also, sorry for not filming this in landscape. I forgot I filmed it on an iPhone. Okay, there I did some stitches on the shoes as well. Cute. Now, I did a cloak as well. This is what I want it to look like. But I also want to show the clothes underneath. I just hemmed the whole thing. And this is what it looks like. It covers all the clothes underneath. So what did I do about that? I firstly, the front pieces, I curled them inwards, I guess, or folded them and then ironed it. So that it would be more like not covering everything. And then I did some, I don't know, I folded it and in the back and ironed it. So that it would be more of a, like, in the back. Okay, so that is what it turned out like, and I think it's better. You can see the clothes now, somewhat. I did this closure, it's nice. And yeah, I made a bag also. And then I did some extra jewelry, which you'll see in a minute. And this is actually it, guys, so the reveal comes now! Some final thoughts on my doll. Here she is. I love her, actually. I think it's a very good first time I'm doing this, so yeah. And I love the hair. It's I should have put more beads though, but yeah. And the face I'm proud of. Next time I'll go for a Monster doll with a vinyl head, so that I can do more of the watercolor pencil. Whoops. Did I just? Okay, I just broke the horn there. And some beads fell off. Okay, super good, very good. But it's nothing I can't fix. Anyway, clothes are nice. I like them. And the beads, like we have necklace and some stuff there. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
For you, I don't think I can sympathize. Should have picked mercy. Should have picked any kind of support. You ended up losing, and it's all your fault. You should learn how this game works. You should have been helping.